So last Wednesday on Dynamite, after Jericho and Moxley had a banger of a match for the interim world title, after Jericho had Moxley in a Walls of Jericho for a good 4 hours, Moxley got the win, bled everywhere, and was still AEW champion. And in something that no one expected, the majority of us felt like there was still a long way to go, Cult of Personality played, and CM Punk walked out after having to drop the title due to injury. And just like that, we got the main event of All Out 2022 set. And in my opinion, this is going to be the most exciting, the most unpredictable, the most divided AEW pay-per-view main event in a long time. It's Jon Moxley versus CM Punk to find out who is the undisputed AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And this is the thing, when we found out CM Punk was injured back in June and there was going to be an interim champion, everyone just assumed, okay, someone's gonna become champion, they'll do their thing for a little bit, but when Punk comes back, GTS 1, 2, 3, middle of the ring, it's over, it's done. Let's go back to where we would have been if Punk hadn't got injured. But yo, it is totally different now, because fast forward 2.5 months, we have Jon Moxley, who became interim champion and is apparently having the run of his life. Bro, I don't know what the fuck they've been feeding this man, but he just poses up, bleeds everywhere, puts on bangers with anyone and everyone. He leaves and the crowd is singing his song and they're just eating it up like he's prime Ric Flair or some shit. And yo, everyone loves it because he's finally getting the chance to be the man, and now there are fans actually there to watch it. Every week he just goes out there and is the most beloved wrestler on the roster. He's become like the perfect champion for AEW, and in my eyes, Moxley has definitely become must-watch television. If I know Moxley has a match, I know it's gonna be a crazy brawl, I know it's gonna be a spectacle, I go out of my way to watch it. To simply put it, Moxley is just on another level right now. But then you have CM Punk, and that's the thing, there's no explanation needed for that. He was the biggest signing in AEW history, he's CM Punk, and everyone was so damn happy and going crazy when he won the title back in May. Everyone was so ready for the Summer of Punk 3, and for the first time since 2013, CM Punk was world champion once again. It was his time to shine, but then he got injured. Everyone was still like, you know, it's fine, whatever. When he comes back, we'll go back to normal, go back to regularly scheduled programming, and we'll be good, right? But now it's a different story because everyone is so divided. It's like a civil war, and it's perfect because this is what makes wrestling matches hype. This is what makes matches must see. Half of the community wants Punk to win and the other half of the community wants Moxley to win. And it's awesome because AEW is in a situation where both are a win-win situation. I don't think anyone is truly going to be mad if it goes one way or the other. People just want to see Mox win. He has connected with the audience. The fans love him because he's just that guy now. He's out here carrying the company just like he did in 2020. And now he's out here bleeding every match, surviving like 50 finishers from Chris Jericho, and he's become like the most badass wrestler on the roster. And people just feel like he deserves it. And a win over CM Punk would just take him even higher, just add to the allure and just add it to how badass he's been. This is the hottest Moxley has ever been. You could argue that this is his prime, this is his peak, and it's like, why cut it off? Why stop now when you can just see how far you can take it? But then on the flip side, yo, it's CM Punk. The man is a star, the man brings eyes to the product, and he never got his AEW title run. And the main benefit of CM Punk winning is there are so many storyline options left because CM Punk is so new to AEW. Like, first of all, everyone knows if MJF is close to coming back, if that is a possibility, if that is in the plans, Punk versus MJF 3 for the AEW title is going to sell like coke in the 80s. And that's the thing, because there's so much potential with CM Punk. We haven't seen him take on all these AEW stars, and the potential of Punk versus anyone and everyone is there. People want to see the Punk redemption tour where he goes out there and he proves he's not washed, where it's his turn to carry the company. And just imagine CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, big fat oily guy. They're all bangers. So yo, what do? Do you push a prime Mox even further? Because this is his moment, right? You never know if he will ever be as hot as he is right now ever again. Or do you go with the man you originally went to back in May? And if you do go with him, does he win cleanly? Or does he turn heel and cheat to win and change the dynamic of everything? I did a poll on Twitter today and I got 2,300 votes, and 52.1% said CM Punk and 47.9% said Moxley. And it's kind of crazy how close it is. And here's what the community is saying: 100% Mox. I mean, he's really carried the whole company since winning the title and is on the run of his career. I also don't think Punk needs to win the title. After the way Mox stayed in that walls of Jericho for like 4 minutes straight, he has to win, unless Punk gives him like 3 to 4 GTSs. Yo, nah, it's wild. The only way Punk can win this match is if he gets Jon Moxley in the Anaconda Vice and like Moxley just dies from blood loss or something. And another user says, Punk, this will likely be his last World Championship run. Lots of dream matches to be had. Have him defend against the likes of Omega, Danielson, Joel, Cole, and then he can ultimately drop it to MJF. Which of course, it's fair, it makes a lot of sense, but then again, you can still do that and just delay it a little bit by having him lose, and he has to slowly build himself back up to become who he used to be. It's so divided because a lot of people are saying Punk, a lot of people are saying Moxley, and it's so fascinating because we rarely ever get matches in wrestling anymore where people are so divided, where anything can happen. There are so many potential outcomes, there's so many ways you can go through this, and everything at the end of the day is probably going to be a win-win situation for AEW. It's not a bad situation to be in, so that's the question, right? If both are win-wins, which one do you go with? And as usual, in the comments down below, you guys let me know, who do you want to see win? Who do you think should win in the main event of All Out 2022? For me though, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why. I'm not even the biggest Moxley fan, I never was. But just for the YOLO, just for the vibes, just because of everything that's been happening for the past few months, just watching his run, I feel like it would be so awesome to see Moxley win. Imagine Moxley walking into Chicago against the hometown hero, a returning CM Punk, and he goes in there and he spoils it in a wild, insane brawl, and at the end he leaves CM Punk in a puddle of blood just like everyone else he has so far. I don't know, just the idea of Moxley winning, just being that certified badass, just destroying CM Punk, it gets me so hyped. And it makes sense story-wise too, right? Because Punk has been injured, he's broken, he's a broken down old man, but he comes back, he gets clapped, and he can't get the job done because at the end of the day, Moxley is in his prime, he's way too savage, he's way too wild, and you can go from there. But on that night, on September 4th, 2022, in my opinion, I just think it would be so awesome if Moxley walks out champion. I would love that. Does it make story sense? Probably not as much as you would like to. Does it help get to MJF versus Punk? Nah. But I don't know, sometimes I feel like you just gotta strike when the iron is hot. This is Moxley's prime, this is his peak, he's carrying the company, he's doing his thing. Why not ride it with him just a little bit more? And there's so many places they can go after that. You can always run it back and do the rematch, Punk versus Mox 2 at Arthur Ashe Stadium, and I don't know, maybe that's where CM Punk resorts to turning heel because he knows he can't get the job done cleanly. But yeah, it's exciting, it's fresh, and I'm so hyped for this. I've never been this hyped for an AEW match in my life. It's so rare in modern wrestling to have a situation like this, to have a match like this where it is so divided, where it is a win-win situation, where you have these two guys just clashing and anything could happen. You love to see it. This is why we're wrestling fans. This match is like the definition of a big fight feel. I can't wait, it's so divided, I love it. Anyway, you guys know the drill. In the comments down below, let me know what you guys think. Am I an idiot? Should I go die for wanting to see Moxley win? Do I not know anything about wrestling? Let me know in the comments down below. It's all good. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. Should Punk win? Should he turn heel? Should Moxley win? Should this happen? Should that happen? I'm so interested. It's such a fascinating topic. I can't wait. We'll see what goes down. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's your boy Pav, aka Wrestling Gifts, you know, just casually making an AEW video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Later, guys. Peace.